Okay, this meal I'm fixing here today is really just a sort of a reoccurring theme of how I spice up and add bulk to a good meal for single people and all that I've said before. Now today I'm going to do an old favorite chicken noodle. I'm going to do this the same way I do a lot of other soups. Now this chicken noodle soup is something I grew up with. I've been eating chicken noodle soup longer than I can even remember when it started. I mean, it's been a lifelong thing to do. Now this isn't gourmet food, but I think it's pretty doggone good, and I'm going to make it a lot better. And I'm going to start, now I measured this time to show people. This is right at a cup and a half of carrots, onions, and celery. So we're going to take that. I'm a garlic lover, so I'm going to add a little bit of this minced garlic and oil. I'm going to call that about a 3/4 tablespoon maybe. And of course I like the old black pepper. I buy one of these. This comes just like this at the store. Peppercorns in a little plastic grinder. You just throw it away when you're done. We're going to grind us some pepper in there. Now I'm going to take this, put it on the stove, and tender up those vegetables. Okay, so now let's put our chicken noodle soup in here. Those vegetables are tendered up real good. Need to pour up a... Well, that was messy, wasn't it? Need to pour up a can of water here. There we go with that. I'm going to give it a little stir. Don't really know if it needs it or not, but there we go. Now we're going to bring this. Whoa, there's a noodle hiding from me over here. Now we're going to bring this to the almost boil. Alright, looking good and hot. And I'm back with broccoli. Had this left over from a salad I made. So I'm going to use the rest of it in this soup. And yes, folks, I love everything that comes in this family. Cabbage, broccoli, Brussels sprouts. They're really versatile, they're really good for you, and they're easy to cook. So let's fire this up again and green this broccoli up and soften it up just a little bit. Okay, while that broccoli's heating up, I wanted to just touch on this a little bit. As usual, we have this can that they talk about having 2.5 servings in. So as usual, I'm trying to double that amount to half the salt. But this can has 39% of the salt in 1 serving. And I did a little math here on the can. That's 97.5% of the salt you're supposed to take in today. So by halving it, we're going to bring it down to a little less than 49%. So that's tolerable. Now something else that I do sometime is I might put a can of this chicken in some stuff. I keep 2-3 cans of this around. It's also, and I think this stuff's pretty good too, by the way. But it's also, let's see where we are here. This can also says that there are 2.5 servings in here. Now you've got to be kidding me. They call a serving 2 ounces. Now who eats 2 ounces of something? You know, if you go to a restaurant or something, they'll consider 4 ounces to be a serving of chicken or beef or whatever. People rarely just eat 4 ounces. But anyway, so if you put this in there, it would really up the salt content of this soup. So I'm not doing it today because I've just been lazing around here and sitting on the couch watching a little TV. Now, I might put this can in there on a day that I was out hiking or fishing or something like that, because you're going to lose salt. If you're out on a good hot January day, no, depends on where you're at, like southern Florida. Now, if you're out on a good July day, maybe August, where it's 96 and 98 degrees outside and you're active, you're going to lose salt. So you might be able to do that on a day like that. Now let's check. I think our soup is done. Okay, so here we are. We have that cooked up to my satisfaction. I'm going to put half of it in here. I think that's half. Okay, there we go. Beautiful, delicious. A lot better for you than just a can of soup. And that really makes me hungry, so I think I'll sit down here and eat this. Thank you for joining me today. I always appreciate it. Bye-bye.